Welcome guys to a brand new video on solo leveling Arise. Now I recently just made a video talking about the most important character right now that you guys need to get up in terms of like advancements and weapons, and that character was Go Gunhee, because honestly in the future you are definitely going to require him for some of the best light teams in the future, because Thomas Andre is going to come out. We're going to get future light characters that you absolutely need to get out. You absolutely need to get Go Gunhee leveled up enough to make sure he's a very good buffer. Don't get me wrong, his damage is actually pretty good, but honestly the buffing capability he has for the light team is actually crazy. So what I want to do right now is showcase the best light team you have right now that you guys can actually go ahead and build. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this team is not too crazy because Charhain has kind of fallen off a bit in my opinion. Her damage might still be good, but if you compare her to some of the other top tier DPSs in the game, they have more to offer, especially with Alicia just simply being broken. Insane damage, insane AoE, and then survivability. That's actually crazy. And then we also have Answer Me. Also the kit that she has allows you to actually like spawn behind the opponents, which helps with survivability. And Answer Me, oh not Answer Me, sorry, Amaya Mirai, that's who I was talking about, Mirai. She also has another supportive character, Handsome Me, who actually helps in terms of survivability. One of the main issues right now, in my opinion, with the light team is the survivability issue for Charhain. Don't get me wrong, Go Gunhee has, when you get into A3, the shield he has offers him amazing survivability. He is honestly the character that has the best shield in the game, in my opinion. So it actually allows him to be extremely tanky. So it allows him to apply all the supportive capability he has for your team, whilst ensuring that he's actually safe. But besides that, it doesn't offer much survivability to your teammates. And for the lights team that I'm showcasing right now, it's going to be Go Gunhee, and then the second character is Min Brongu, and then the third character is going to be Charhain, our main DPS in this team. And again, even though Min has healing, his healing is not important. It's like really bad, so we don't really pay too much attention with his healing. So this team is absolutely broken because you have two buffers that can actually help and another DPS. So the buffer being Go Gunhee, but he also has a break ability, and his break ability is actually really good, which is perfect. A breaker with amazing supportive capability. I think he is honestly the best breaker with supportive capabilities in this game right now. If you compare him to even Emma Lorent's supportive capability is not too good in my opinion. It's not crazy, it's good but not too crazy compared to like Go Gunhee. And I think for the other breakers, we do have Seoji Woo. It's not much of a, well, she offers the shield, which is very important, shield to the entire team, which is really good. But Go Gunhee offers the overall increase in damage for your team, the light team, which is in my opinion absolutely crazy. So honestly, very top tier character. So the next character I mentioned is Min. The reason why you're using Min is honestly for the punishment ability he has, which basically increases damage taken by 15% to the opponent. So this team is actually kind of quick swappy in nature. You want to basically use Go Gunhee's, if you have this guy's weapon, which I recommend you guys get to a weapon to A5, and if you have him to A1 as well, his own skill, you basically want to make sure that you do the rotations correctly, because Go Gunhee at A1, when he uses the power of brilliant light, which is his second ability, once he uses that, he actually buffs up your team. So it basically applies the will of brilliant light effects to all team members. I'm not sure if it applies to himself as well, but all team members sounds like himself as well, which basically increases each light team member's light damage by 8%, but it scales per the light team characters you have, so it's actually 16%. For each light team members in the party, it's increased by 8%. So there's 3 light teams, right? 3 light characters. So that's 8 times 3, that's 24. And then it also increases the critical hit damage by a further 24% as well. And this lasts for 20 seconds. But then you also want to use his skill 1 as well, which basically once he uses his skill 1, his weapon applies something as well. So if you take a look at his weapon, When the user uses fighting spirit or heavy attack fighting spirit, again it's skill 1, the light damage dealt to the target is increased by 12% for 15 seconds. This is when you have it at A5. So very important abilities, both is skill 1 and skill 2 offers supportive capabilities to the team that actually makes him absolutely nutty. So he's a very important character. Min, I've already mentioned. And if Charhain is just simply her damage. What is important though is that with Charhain, before you use her Light of the End, which is her ultimate skill, or any of her other skill, you basically use her skill 1, the Dancer, because you then stack up buff for her, which basically increases the user's attack and critical damage. So very important that once you use, so basically how you start off is Go Gunhee, you use his skill 1 first, then you use his skill 2, and then you use his skill 1 again, and then quickly rotate into Min. You quickly use Min's skill 2, which applies the punishment, which increases your total team's damage by 15, team damage to the opponent by 15%, and then you can use his healing if you want to increase his power gauge so that you are able to use his ultimate skill in the next rotation. You quickly switch off Min as well into Charhain, and the moment you have Charhain, you use the Dancer ability, which is a skill 1. You use it as much as possible, then you use her skill 2, and then hopefully by then you have the ability to use the Light of the End, which again is the ultimate skill. And then before the buff, all of the buffs and debuff you have applied to the opponent goes away and to your teammate goes away, you are able to dish out the most amount of damage possible from your Charhain. So this is honestly a really good team comp that offers Charhain insane buffing capabilities to allow her to deal crazy amount of damage. Now this team is very important that you watch the buff counter and the debuff counter on the opponent. So if you see the punishment starts to fade, you know when the punishment debuff on the opponent is about to fade. It tells you basically you need to quickly start switching and rotating back your characters. And also you have to pay attention to the buffing capability that Go Gunhee offers to your team to make sure it doesn't go away before you finally use Charhain's nuking ability. So very important that you pay attention to the opponent. But this team is actually very quick in rotation. It's a quick swap team. You use Go Gunhee's skill 1 followed by skill 2. In fact, you might not even need to use his basic skill again, because when you use his skill 2, it basically charges up his skill 1 as a heavy attack. You technically don't need to do that, but honestly, to increase the damage you do to the opponent or just to deal more damage, it is better to do that. So use the skill 1 for Go Gunhee again, skill 2, and then you can also use the heavy attack skill 1 again. Quickly switch over to Min quickly, and then you finally have his ultimate skill available. You use his ultimate skill available first, then followed by his skill 2, which offers the punishment debuff. You quickly switch over to Charhain, use the skill 1, then followed by skill 2, use the ultimate. So it's a very quick swap team. You will probably run out of MP though if the match lasts for too long, because you're switching over to Charhain so fast. You're going to be running out of MP for Charhain. So yeah, that's what I noticed towards the end when I was using this team to fight against the punishing deaths Stalker. Now, even though this team is really good and it's the best light team right now, it's not, in my opinion, the best team we have in the game. But right now, because of Go Gunhee and what he offers, he is better than Baek Hyun-woo. So Baek Hyun-woo is another breaker light team character who offers debuff capability as well to the opponent, which basically allows you to increase your damage. If you take a look at what he offers, it basically decreases the defense by 20%, which again allows you to deal more damage, but that's literally all he offers. Compared to what Go Gunhee has to offer, it's not that important. So honestly, Baek Hyun-woo has been power crept. Basically, if you go to any, I might actually make an updated tier list video because I think the tier list has changed a bit now. So let me just quickly take a look at what the tier list is saying right now. So Baek Hyun-woo should actually go down to, yeah, he's gone down. Yeah, perfect. So it makes sense. Go Gunhee is actually really broken, like absolutely broken. Min is also pretty broken as well. Charhain is broken once you have, honestly, if you have Go Gunhee at A5, then yes, Charhain's damage is now actually on the same tier as Alicia and Mamiya Mirai, but I do prefer the other teams compared to Charhanes in my opinion, because there's not much survivability for Charhane in this team. And in the future, actually, we are getting light characters. I believe Andre, the most important character, or the most loved character, he's coming very, very soon, and he probably will out DPS Charhane, and he's going to be the most important character for the light team. So look forward to that as well. So yeah, this is my talk about the best light team in the game. Definitely go ahead and use this team. Again, Go Gunhee is especially amazing. Definitely try and get into A3 before his banner goes away, so you need to get 2 more copies of him, because you get A1 for free. But I think you can stop at A3, and then when he gets added into the custom draw, gets the 2 extra copy to get into A5, and then his buffing capability just increases even more, and you have yourself a crazy buffer for the light team. And his breakability is absolutely crazy, disgusting as well. So that is actually a really strong team. Don't forget to like and subscribe, stay tuned for more content on solo leveling Arise. Continue to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.